Hi there, in this video we're going to take a look at diminutives. What's a diminutive? What kind of monster is that? Well, you actually already know, probably already know a diminutive. For example, ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. I speak a bit of Dutch. Okay, and what's the diminutive? Well, the diminutive is beetje. Okay, can you give another example? Obviously, een tafel, a table, is with the diminutive een tafeltje, a small table. Okay, so the diminutive is used to make a noun, a small noun, or a little noun. A table becomes a small table. And you'll be like, okay, can't you simply say een kleine tafel? Yes, that's true. Een kleine tafel is also possible. But een tafeltje is smaller. It's shorter than een kleine tafel. Okay, sounds like a lot of complications just to say een kleine tafel. Well, it's true. But people use it. So it's really important that you know it's used. Okay, and when is it used? Well, there are nouns like een beetje that are more commonly used, but typically we would use a lot of diminutives with children. For example, if a child is playing with a table, then you would be like, oh, you hebt een tafeltje. You have a little table. Also, with your partner or your sweetheart, you would use things like, oh, mijn beertje, my little bear. Or mijn zoetje, my little sweet. Good. So people tend to use these diminutives. Now, how do you form a diminutive? We have een beetje, een tafeltje, or een huis. Een huis, that would become een huisje. And een boom would become een boompje. A tree becomes a little tree. And then een paraplu, how do you say it? Een paraplu, that's something that you put over your head when it's raining. And I can't, an umbrella, that's it. Well, took me a while, but okay, an umbrella. Een parapluutje, then you would double the U there. So, that's one way to form the diminutive. There are many rules, and they're frankly quite, it's a lot. It doesn't make sense to learn all the rules by heart to know in which exception you have to use which one. But know this, the most important ones, or the most commonly used ones, are with tje and je. So it's very important to know tje, je ends with tje, je. Okay, that means a diminutive, a small noun. In Belgium, in dialect, we sometimes use ke or ske. For example, een tafel would become een tafelke. So, if you're in Belgium, ke or ske. A special one is een kleintje. Een kleintje, that means a small one. And some people think een klein, okay, that's an adjective. So I can say een kleintje tafel. No, een kleintje is a small one. And what about een beetje? Well, een beetje, what does that actually mean? A little bit, okay. Well, een beetje comes from een beet. And what does een beet mean? Well, that's a bite, like when your dog or another person's dog is running behind you and then it bites you. That's a bit, or a bite. And een beetje, so a little bit, yeah, that comes from bit or biting. So that's where een beetje comes from. Good, I'm leaving you with one expression. Eentje is geentje. A small one is not a small one. And when do you use this expression? Well, eentje is geentje is when you're consuming something, or you're taking something, or you're getting something, and you get one, and you consider, or someone else considers it not much. For example, when you're going to drink with your friends, you're drinking something, one beer, say, and then you say, oh, I gotta go home. Well, then someone else could say, oh, eentje is geentje, and then they would say, you just take a little, just one. That's nothing. Come on, you have to drink a little more, or you have to stay a little longer. All right. If you want to have written explanations about diminutives and a little more of these rules related to diminutives, feel free to join my channel. You can join them via the main page. You see it there, the join button. See you there, and tot ziens.